Hey, so I just wanted to share like a mental health pro tip that I worked out for myself a couple of years ago, and I've shared it with a few people, and they've told me that it helped them. And that is, I stopped referring to feelings of discomfort and apprehension as anxiety. I started calling it fear. Um, because anxiety is a pretty fucking abstract concept, and also like it's a symptom, right? Whereas, like, we don't refer to, I don't know, salt as a symptom. It's a flavor, and the sensation of perceiving salt is reaction to having something that's salty on your freaking tongue, you know? Like, we don't describe, symptoms of perceiving, you know, other ordinary fucking perceptual phenomena, right? We don't medicalize other sensory feelings, but we medicalize the perception of fear. So once I just started calling it fear, um, that changed my perspective on that experience so that I could like try to identify like the locus or source of, you know, that perception of that experience. Um, Instead of being like something endemic to my brain, which it wasn't. Um, and Something that I've shared with other people that I found has resonated with them in the last couple of years is I was like, I basically don't have problems with anxiety anymore. I used to have I used to have a lot of anxiety, and now I have virtually none. I've experienced more terror in the last couple of years than ever before in my life, and yet I have less problem, like less issue than ever in my adult life with anxiety. Um, my lip is bleeding. I don't know what to do about that. Wait for it to get better, I guess. Um, anyway, once I stop treating that feeling as something nebulous that had nothing, reasonable in the external world or even like a past experience or something to attach to. Because sometimes you might have an upsetting experience, and in the moment, you don't necessarily feel anything you would even use a word for. But as soon as you get out, all the feelings wash over you, and that's when it washes through you or whatever. But so sometimes that sensation, the perception of fear, can be delayed, and in events of like post-traumatic stress, it can be like trapped, and until that trauma is fully processed by you know your hypothalamus and mapped to appropriate, you know however that all gets done. Like your amygdala is what is in charge of like the immediate experience of fear, but like your hypothalamus is crucial in actually processing it and integrating it. So I think that's right. I'm pretty sure. um Anyway, calling it by that simpler label frees you up to identify where the sensation is coming from. You know, if something smells like smoke, people's first response isn't to fucking shove medication up their nose so that they can't smell stuff anymore. But if something feels scary, people don't fucking are less likely to be encouraged to investigate what the frightening stimulus is for reasons that I won't go into here. But yeah, just calling it fear makes it so much easier to deal with. And then you don't have to be afraid of it. Once you can grip it by a handle, once you can get a handle on it, you can find out where it belongs. And once you can place it harmoniously, you can live a better life.